Well, welcome back to this podcast series on rewirement for success. My name is George, and I am a certified transformational trainer. And I want to tell you why I'm doing this podcast. 3 years ago, when I was confronted with retirement, I was terrified. I thought my life was over. I needed to understand what this all meant for me. I didn't know exactly where to begin. But then I discovered how to rewire my thinking, and it has transformed my life. So since then, I've talked with others about my experience, and they have said to me, especially right now, you need to share this material on E plus R equals O with others. Because the sooner that others know about E plus R equals O, they can make informed decisions and take control of their life. I totally recommend that you don't wait until you're 63 years old like I did. If you have any questions, you can email me at yourrewirementforsuccess@gmail.com or check out our Facebook page, Your Rewirement for Success, and you can leave a message there. This is the 7th podcast in the series. Send me an email. I will send you the e-workbook for this series with practical examples to work through using E plus R equals O. Right now, I would like to ask you how you feel, but you already know the answer. You decide how you feel. That's the power of E plus R equals O. And we spent most of last week looking at different events that we could respond to differently, to, even in some specific ways, control our outcomes. We looked at the outcomes we were currently creating and the outcomes that we wanted to create. But today, we focus on our responses. So, what do I mean by responses? There are only 3 responses that we really have control over. Your behavior, including what you say and how you say it. Your thoughts, your self-talk, and your beliefs, both your conscious beliefs and your unconscious beliefs. And your visual imagery, including your images of the future. And this is certainly where I was stuck, with my images of what retirement is and what it would mean for me. Every outcome we create or allow to happen is a direct result of our behaviors, our thoughts, and our visual imagery. So it stands to reason that if we wish to change an outcome that we are experiencing, we absolutely must change either our behavior, our thoughts, or our visual imagery. I hope that makes sense to you. Understanding what we have control over is key to controlling our outcomes and taking more responsibility, taking 100% responsibility. If you ever struggle to understand how you could create a different outcome, you can always look back at these 3 things. Consider your 3 responses and how you could change them. You may have heard the term conditioned response before. A conditioned response is an automatic response to an event that we have developed. Is there an area of your life or a specific event that keeps producing results that you don't want? It is likely due to a conditioned response. Excuse me. Let us look at an event many of us have probably experienced at one point during our lives. Have you ever ended a relationship? There is a lot of behavior, self-talk, and visual imagery that occurs during a breakup. Most of it isn't positive. It's no surprise that most breakups, therefore, are painful. Did you ever have a particularly bad breakup? Think about how you responded with your behavior, your thoughts, or your visual imagery. Perhaps you said hurtful things that you didn't really mean. Maybe you broke something, threw something. Maybe you responded with poor choices like alcohol, overeating, or maybe some dangerous behavior. What did you say to yourself? Did you tell yourself that that relationship was all just a waste of time? Did you think that you were not enough? How did you visualize your future? Do you imagine yourself alone for the rest of your life, forever? Did you imagine your ex-partner with someone else? Do you see how most people create the pain during a breakup? But not all breakups are bad. The way we respond in our behaviors, in our thoughts, and in our imagery has the power to control our outcome, even in an event like that, where many people feel totally powerless. So what if, instead of saying hurtful things, you express gratitude for the time that you two spent together and focuses on how the relationship has helped you grow for the future? What if instead of telling yourself it was a waste of time, you said, I will now be a better partner for the next relationship that I'm in? So what if instead of visualizing yourself alone and your ex-partner with another person, you visualize both of you happy with new partners and still enjoyed each other's company through a deep friendship? In this extreme example, I want to show you how controlling your outcomes is possible, not just when it is easy. In fact, it is often these extreme events that have the most impact on our future. These are the events that, in taking 100% responsibility and controlling our outcomes, yield the greatest results in our life. So was there an event recently where you consciously controlled your response and created an outcome that you might not have created before you learned E plus R equals O? Well, kudos to you. Good job. This is what we want to be practicing. Replay that situation in your mind and congratulate yourself. You have now developed a new power that is going to bring you success that you desire in your life. Well, thanks for listening to this podcast, and I encourage you to keep using E plus R equals O in your life to control those events with your responses to get the outcomes that you truly deserve. I will get back to you again in the next podcast. I want to say thank you for attending, and bye for now.